week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Redskins. With that, we'll get up to FedEx Field for the Washington home opener. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
No score just yet in this first quarter of action, but we have the offense in the red zone as they've got it here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long,
on second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Looking to throw on second down. Keenum complete. Richardson has it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Keenum throwing once more. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Throwing on third down, Keenum. And that is incomplete. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Come on, set.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass. A dream scenario here as we get back into the action. It's a first and goal with the ball at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, 60 Pittsburgh. Number 53, Mike 53. Come on, dude.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Okay, Frank.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too.
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their mobile quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Fourth down for Keenum. A deep ball for Dotson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it.
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers. We have a developing situation here. Following the interception, a golden chance for points as the offense is back out there with a first and goal to go. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. All right, so the onside kick forthcoming. This one resting on the shoulders of the hands team. Can they get the football? So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing...
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, eat. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Here we go on fourth. Keenum, he's got it to Williams. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. And maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering statistics screen player stats team was post game finish game. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 25 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 6. Leighton Van Chid, Michael Connor, Kyle Crowe, Connor McGuff, Michael Gallup. Entering franchise hub screen, upgrade players, view advance week. Things to do, you have 2 options. Next week is selected.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion of unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough or a bust. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player and you may get the next Tom Brady.
You have 4 options, 1 is selected. You have 4 options, 1 is selected. You have you have you have 4 options, 2 is selected. You have 4 options. 2 is selected. You have 4 options. You have 4 options. You have 4 options. You have 4 you have 4 options. You have 4 options. 3 QB FD selected. You have 4 options is selected. You have 4 options is selected. You have 4 options. You have 4 options is selected. Entering
Players have
franchise hub screen
contracts that are
things
about to
do.
expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency. These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't...
Entering attend. Yes. Entering pop-up. You have 2 options. Start negotiations is selected. Signing year make off year's option is option is set to 6. Salary sign salary option is set. Signing bonus and yes. Entering pop-up. You have 2 options. Negotiate week 4 is selected. You have 2 options. Offer submitted is selected. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Scout college play upgrade play season game improve advance play season things to do. You have 4 play full game. Play offense. Play full game. Advance week. Things to do. You have 7 options. Sim to mid-season is selected. Entering sim ahead. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. So, years option is set to 7 years option salary sign make offer and yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Signing salary years off signing bonus and yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiate. Signing years option is set. Years option salary option is set to $6. Salary signing make offer and yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Years option is set to 7. Salary make offer and yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Sign it. Years option is set. Salary make offer yes. Entering pop-up. You have to you have two options. Start negotiation. Years option salary make offer dial salary years off make offer dial sign salary off signing bonus and yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Years option years off salary option is signing bonus and yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Signing years option salary option salary option is salary option is set to $8. Salary option is salary option is set to 3. Signing bonus off yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Years option salary signing bonus off yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Years off signing bonus off make offer signing bonus salary signing bonus yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiate. Years off salary salary signing bonus yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start years off salary salary off signing bonus yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Years option is set. Years sign make offer yes. Entering pop-up. You have two options. Start negotiation. Years option is signing bonus yes. Entering pop-up. You have two you have player card rate you player card edit player. Entering edit player screen. Appearance you have 5 options. Equipment you have 28 ratings you have 50. Player traits you have contract length Contract length option is set to contract year option is set to 4th year. Contract length option is set. Contract year option is set to 1st year. Contract year option is total salary option sign it set to contract length option is set to 7 years. Entering done editing pop-up confirming this change will cause the team's salary cap to go over by you have two options. Negotiate week player card. Edit player. Entering edit player screen. Contract total set to 77,490,000. Entering done editing pop-up confirming this change will cause the team's salary cap to go over by 5. You have two options. You have two options. Negotiate week 10 is selected. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Scout college players. You have four options. One is selected. 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 You have four options. Piece F S S selected. K selected. You have four options. Is selected. You have 4 options is selected. SS selected. F. Case deselected. You have 4 options is selected. Entering edit draft class pop-up when you edit. Entering edit draft class pop-up when you edit the draft class. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. A play season game is selected. Advance week things to do you have 6 next week you have 6 options sim to play off sim ahead. Upgrade advance week advance week team adjust lineup things to do you have you next week. Entering franchise hub screen things to do.
You have a player healed from injury and ready to play.
Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Advance week. Returning from injury. Entering depth chart screen. 10 rows 27 columns left filter Cowboys right filter T. Entering franchise hub screen. Play divisional playoff is selected. Advance week. Advance things to do you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Play conference championship is selected. Advance week. Things to do you have next week. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Advance week. Things to do you have 2 options. Next week is selected. View Pro Bowl. Advance. Things to do. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. Upgrade. Scout college players. Upgrade players. Play Super Bowl is selected. Things to do. Play full game. Entering teams. Ready. Play call. Edit uniforms submenu. Entering edit. Helmet option. 1990s 2010s alter. Current helmet selected. 2010s alternate classic helmet. Jersey option is set. 1963 jersey select. 75th anniversary jersey selected. 1963 pants op. Color rush pants selected. Nike alternate pants select. 2010s alternate class. 1990s silver pants selected. 1963 pants selected. Nike home pants selected. Color rush pants selected. Socks. Color rush socks selected. Current alternate socks selected. 2010s alternate. 1990s navy socks selected. 1990s stripe. 1963 socks selected. Shoes op. White secondary shoe selected. White black shoes selected. White shoes selected. Black primary shoe selected. Black secondary shoe selected. Black white shoes selected. Black shoes selected. Advanced play call. View Superstar X. Ready.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this...
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. You remember they were blown out. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14th. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that's Elliott, complete. And bulldog, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league. And to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well. Helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Runs through the contact. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Staying on his feet. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Denzel Perryman gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Step round 80, black 15.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Rivers on 1st down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And now the defense for Dallas.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, We have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Holding offense.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. breaks through the contact. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Got it. Mark 57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Chargers. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the punt team on now as this one's set away. Pulled in at the 24. And shoving his way inside the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. Still churning. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags, a punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him. And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Marr now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Let's go.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Rivers now finding Mike Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd and short.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 61 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Rivers out quickly here to Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Rivers will get this one to Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rivers throws complete to Benjamin. A gain of 6 there on first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Again, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry.
Entering pause. Super exit. Superstar X Factor.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
Instant replay. Depth chart. Exit game.
We'll be back after this.
Instant replay. Entering pause screen. Resume.
Mike,
Set, 180.
Mike's by 4. You.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again here, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Badgley, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together.
There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback. 74 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more.
Instant replay. Entering pause screen
for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Rivers completes it to Benjamin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's got daylight. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Rivers to throw it. Able to get this to Gordon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll throw again. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, baby.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Marr on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers on 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rivers now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Post-game report player stats. Score. Team stat. View highlights. Zero 16. 0-20. 0-20. 0-33. 0-20. 0-20. 0-33. 0-37. Post-game finish game. Team stats, finish game. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 24 options. Game day goals is selected. Generic list item. Gen- generic li- gen- gen- generic list item. Generic list item. Player retention. Player progression. Player retention. Generic generic list item. Entering warning pop-up. Yes. Entering XP feedback screen. You have 24 options. Game day goals is selected. Generic list item. Entering XP feedback screen. You have 24 options. Game day. Entering franchise hub screen. View message. Important win is selected. Entering franchise hub. View message. Veteran leader is selected. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Scout. Upgrade. Scout. View. Practice squad player signed. Practice squad player signed. Practice squad. Practice. Contract extended. Upgrade players. View yearly awards. Team adjust. My team. Team, you have 6 options. Roster is selected. Entering roster screen. 61. QB selected. Name T. Lawrence. AHB. Name E. Elliott. FWR. Name to you. Name. Name to you. FB. T selected. Name J. Wooden. Edit player. Entering edit player screen. Player info. You have player traits. You have 9. Contract. You have contract length. Contract year up. Cap hit option is set to 25. Entering done editing pop-up confirming this change will cause the team's salary cap. Entering roster screen. 5 rows 40 columns left filter Cowboys right filter T name J. Entering franchise hub screen my team. Entering warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit? No. Things to do. You have 14 options. View yearly awards is selected. Entering franchise hubs.